Be the change, unite for a better internet. And here in studio with me is Fred Otunnu to further discuss what this Safe Internet Day is about for this year. And by the way, you're welcome, Fred.
Thank you very much, Malcolm.
Great.
It's a pleasure being here always.
Sure. You were moderating this breakfast workshop.
Thank you.
And for starters, what exactly is the Uganda Communications Commission and other discussants really trying to achieve through this dialogue?
Okay. Thank you, Malcolm, and thank you, viewers out there. Today, Uganda joined the world in commemorating the Safer Internet Day, which falls on 7th February every other day. Over 100 countries globally celebrate this day in different ways. For us, we chose to have a dialogue to discuss what we have done, to take stock of what has happened, what ought to be done, and what are the challenges that pertains or obtains in this protection of online for the children. Of course, we had a very good discussion, like you said, and we highlighted a number of issues. One of which was there were those who were proposing or proponents of enhancing technological safety. In other words, deployment of content filters as a way of protecting children online. But that has, of course, its other pros and cons. But overall, we thought and debated and reached a point where we agreed that it's multifaceted. It calls for not only one-size-fits-all approach to solving the issue, but it's rather requires the participation of various stakeholders in this endeavor to create a safe environment for our children online. Yes.
So generally, there must have been reasons that propelled the Uganda Communications Commission, to delve into this, and which brings us to a question: how safe are we with this virtual platform? Because the internet is a virtual platform, and it is basically out there and it's open. Today we have kids, parents buying for their children smartphones, laptops. They're buying all types of gadgets, and here we are, it's modernization, and they're basically open to every platform, and they can see whatever they want. So beyond that, how safe are we with these platforms?
Well, we are only safe in as far as we can protect ourselves. We're talking about cyberspace, and there are no borders in the cyberspace, like you rightly said. I mean, content generated in America can be accessed here in Uganda and elsewhere, and vice versa. Even content generated locally can also reach any other place. In other words, today, the challenge is even greater than it were 5-10 years ago, because access point has been demystified. Children have access to the internet not only through the desktop that we used to have some 10 years ago, but today they have iPads, they have got phones, they've got game consoles and so forth. So they are able to access content anywhere in any place, meaning that they are not within the purview or supervision of their parents, and that causes a danger. So those are the concerns that were being raised from the parents, from the regulator, and from all other stakeholders. So we're saying that if that is the situation, if that is the scenario, how are we then going to manage and control that kind of problem arising? We discussed and found that it's the responsibility of everybody. There is no single entity, not even the regulator, not even the ministry, not even the parent alone, that can
that is going to protect you?
That can protect. Absolutely.
Well, then what is the role of, one would ask, what is the role of the Uganda Communications Commission? Well, we were speaking to the executive director just a while ago, and what can be blocked and what shouldn't be blocked. Well, and they said you have the infrastructure actually to do these things, but not to spoil. Said you tend to be kind a bit. So what is your role? What is the role of the Uganda Communications
Our role,
Commission?
first of all, is to provide an enabling regulatory environment for the operators to provide access to this wonderful innovation. Then we, through our regulatory interventions, we have mechanisms through which we are able to monitor and able to even impose or direct that technological safety valves be deployed. But like I said, that in itself is not a solution to all the problems or the problem of safety.
But are you doing anything really?
Oh, yes.
Are you doing anything as far as the safety?
Absolutely. We are working together with the sector, with the industry.
Yes.
We have what we call the industry working group, which has got stakeholders from various subsectors, police,
to try and solve the problem.
But
Fred, I have seen content, for instance, on WhatsApp, for instance, on Facebook, that otherwise should not be there, and it's going on and on and on.
That's right.
Which means there's someone is sleeping.
No. You see,
and children are seeing these things.
You see, it is more complex than what you think. First of all, like I said, content today is not only generated by professional content creators, but even individuals. So the issue of responsible use of the internet starts with us as an individual. If, for example, Malcolm, you feel some content is objectionable, undesirable, I don't think you should be one that perpetuates its dissemination.
The story is long.
Our campaign is multifaceted. We want to raise awareness, firstly, from even the parents themselves, from you.
And then after that, you can go ahead and enforce.
And the children.
Well, let's talk briefly, because we're going out. Let's talk briefly about the law, which seems to have some grey areas. I know that you're in Parliament trying to, your legal team and everyone in Parliament trying and seek for amendments in some of these laws and make it stronger, so that it can allow you to go ahead and sometimes enforce where you cannot. What is wrong with the law, or maybe the policy environment that does not?
Yeah, like you rightly said, Section 93 of the Uganda Communications Act, subsection 1 and 3 are contradictory in nature, and that poses a challenge in the way our regulations ought to be approved or tabled before Parliament. That legal lacuna is being streamlined, or is about to be streamlined, and we have gone ahead to draft the regulations with, of course, the involvement of the sector and the other stakeholders, and we believe that if that amendment is effected, then it will be like all other statutory organizations that develop regulations by themselves and approved by the minister without necessarily going through Parliament.
Thank you very much, Fred. Fred, this needs a talk show, so we're going to invite you on the spot. Probably, maybe you could expand on this, because it's not a simple topic. Right. Fred Otunnu is the Head Corporate Affairs of the Uganda Communications Commission. Thank you very much, and enjoy your lunch.